Welcome to the series of Microsoft Azure. We started exploring the Azure Data Factory and code-free ETL as a service, hands-on, with example from the ATF. We have already seen the ingest control flow and the data flow services and the corresponding components like the Azure Blob Storage, Azure Link Services, datasets, copy data activity, data flow activity. So you can check the link of the full playlist in the upper right corner. Today we will see the schedule process of triggering of the pipeline. So basically in Azure Data Factory, a trigger is a set of instructions that define when a pipeline should be executed. Scheduling a trigger means defining a specific time and the recurrence pattern for the trigger to initiate the execution of a pipeline. This allows you to automate the execution of your data workflow based on the predefined schedule. So we will see create schedule step by step in ADF. The prerequisite things for this create schedule is create a Azure account and start free trial. You can check the video of how to create a Azure account in the upper right corner. And we also need create the Azure Data Factory. You can check the link of this video also, how to create Azure Data Factory in the upper right corner. So first step to create schedule is the add trigger. So I will go to the ADF portal, and inside the pipeline canvas there will be the add trigger button at the top, and here we have to choose the new and edit. So you have to go to this site adf.azure.com. Here you have to choose the subscription, whatever subscription you have, and the name of your Azure Data Factory. And next we'll go to the pipeline. Here you can see I already created a customer data flow pipeline which takes the data from the customer data.csv, which is stored in our Azure Blob Storage. If I go to my Azure Blob Storage is similarly blob, and inside here in the container, in the demo container, we have this customer data.csv file which have some customer data. So this is the customer data. By running this pipeline, we actually insert this data into our SQL DB, which is this SQL DB SMLIC demo SQL DB database, and in this table dbo.customer table, you can check the link of this video in the upper right corner. So today we will see how to schedule the triggering of this pipeline by create a schedule trigger. Now I will truncate this table. So table successfully truncated. Now I will go to the ADF portal and create schedule. So first step was the add trigger. Here you can see here we have the add trigger button. Here I will click the new and edit button and choose trigger. So we don't have any trigger, so I will create new, and the trigger name will be schedule customer data flow PL, which will I put the description. Now the next step is the configure trigger. Configure the trigger setting, specify the schedule, start time, end time, and the recurrence pattern, whether it will be daily, hourly, weekly. So here you can see we have the time zone. Time zone is the Chennai Kolkata. The time zone recurrence will be every 15 minutes. So you can choose here the recurrence type, if it's after every this minutes or hours or daily. So you can choose this. So I will remain it 15 minutes. So if you choose week, so you have to specify the day on which it will be repeat. And if you choose month, then you have to choose the day of this month. On this day it will repeat. And in case of hours, you have to choose the number of hours. So I'll keep it 15 minutes. Here we also have this checkbox start trigger on creation. So it basically so if I choose this checkbox, it will start the trigger upon creation. This trigger, it will start the pipeline. So whenever I will save and publish it, so I will start the trigger on creation now, and after 50 minutes we will also check if it's triggered or not. So I am creating this. The pipeline has no parameters and I have to publish after save it. So I'll save. So it's successfully saved. And if I check the presentation, the step 3, we have the publish the pipeline and trigger execution. So now I will publish the pipeline. So I am publishing the changes. So it's gathering the new changes from the collaboration branch. And we have this triggers schedule customer demo data flow. And I will click OK. And it publishing deploys my changes to the Azure Data Factory. Publishing completed. Now you can check the trigger from this monitor. And here we have the pipeline runs. So you can specify the pipeline runs. So I have this pipeline. I am filtering it out, the pipeline run. And you can also check a filter with the status and the run last runs. You can check the pipeline run not happens and also the trigger runs if I trigger and filter by this pipeline. Trigger run this one, filter by this trigger name. Sorry. So no results to see. So I have to investigate what is wrong. If I go to the trigger new edit and here you can see the time is wrong. The date is correct 27 January, but the time should be 2:26 p.m. It will be 14:26 or I am making it 27. So now it's correct. Now we'll save it and publish again. So it's successfully published. Now I'll go to the monitor and I'll check the trigger. So it's 27. So you can see on this time 2:27 it's successfully triggered, the schedule triggered. And you can check the pipeline run here. It's triggered by the schedule customer data flow, the scheduler which we created right now, and the status is in progress. So after successful of the pipeline, after success of this pipeline, we will get the data in our table, customer table. You can see the pipeline took 3 minutes 1 second and status is succeeded. And if I check the trigger runs is also succeeded. And if I go to the pipeline and if I check the input and output of the pipeline, here is the input. Input is our customer data CSV from the Azure blob storage, and the output is our SQL database customer CS from the CSV blob store to our SQL DB. We'll check this from this customer tables. So if I say, you can see the table is populated here. Next we will check after 15 minutes whether the schedule trigger working as expected or not, the recurring things. Now if I refresh this trigger runs, you can see it's run in 15 minutes interval. First it's run, it's at 2:27 p.m, next 2:42 p.m, and next 2:56 p.m. So it's working as expected. So our schedule trigger, this one, if I show you again our schedule trigger every 15 minutes. So that's it for this video. In the next video we'll see the monitor process. So we'll create the monitor alert on the pipeline. If the pipeline fails, then it will trigger a alert, the monitor alert in a specified email. So I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, please share the video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.